Hi everybody. So the effect I'm using today are my hearts because it's Valentine's Day and I know y'all loved what we did today. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things that Mrs. Curry and I found while we were conferencing with you. So a couple of the problems that I found, and Miss Curry is saying the same thing, is that you guys have to be able to answer the following question. So the very first question we will ask when you come to sit down is, what is your value? One word, America values perseverance. Then I will ask you, do we or do we not value that value? Yes or no? No, well, sometimes, kind of, and that's where I'm seeing some problems. It has to be a yes, we value, no, we don't. Period, end of discussion. Then from there, we need you to find your assertions, and here's how you find the assertions. So if you say, yes, America values perseverance, then the next question is, why do we value perseverance? And there needs to be some commonality, two commonalities that you find to answer that question. I know many of you are saying that America does not value whatever it is that you say that America values, and that's fine. Then your assertions will be one of two things. It could say, why do we not value that specific value, perseverance? Or it could say, why should we value the perseverance? You should be able to answer those questions when you sit down with us very quickly. If not, that's where we're struggling to kind of talk to you about your papers. Let's see, what else? From there, think in terms of looking back at what it takes or what makes a serial killer, the article that we read last week. Look at that and look at the formatting of that, kind of similar to what we did with Leonard Pitts. We liked the idea of Leonard Pitts, so we mimicked his style word for word. We don't want you to do that with what makes a serial killer word for word, but we do want you to look at basically that the body paragraph started with two pieces of evidence, right? They asserted an idea, serial killers are caused because of their family environment. Then the next two pieces of evidence were evidence that support that. The rest of that body paragraph is going to be their opinion based off those ideas. So it's really kind of like a deduction of their thought. So here are these two ideas and they deduce their opinion. So what we're asking from you in your body paragraphs is you will still have your support, you will have a little bit of purpose, and then another piece of support, and then a little bit of purpose. But then the majority of that rest of that paragraph is going to be your opinion without the first person. But your opinion has to come from the pieces of evidence that you showed us. So figure it's kind of like math. Like you can solve a problem, but you have to show us how you got to that position. If you don't truly have an opinion or a viewpoint or are passionate about what you're talking about, then we can't really help you with where to go. You have really got to find a way to be passionate about what it is that you are discussing. Because if not, then it comes across as very kind of cold and book reporty in your paper, and that's not what we want. So we want you to keep in mind that a lot of you have some great opinions, but you're going to have to show us where you get those opinions in the research that you are giving us, if that makes sense. We're going to be conferencing tomorrow. We'll see if we need a conference on Wednesday in class. But those of you that did not have your stuff today, you will be the last ones we conference with. Those of you that are not choosing to come up to us and conference with us, we will not be conferencing with you after school or before school or over email if you do not take the time to do it in class. I am going to double check and see exactly how we want your TED Talks to be cited. I will post that under the Synthesis Project page as well. So I think that's about it for now. There may be another video tomorrow depending on how conferences go tomorrow. Overall though, great job.